And now, Friday Night Fever with Mike Ludlam.
Good evening, everyone. Week one of the high school football season is very much underway around the state of Michigan. Ishpeming, as we all know, reached the Division 7 finals last year. The Hematites are trying to start that road toward Ford Field again, but Iron Mountain says, ooh, not so fast. Let's go to the playground. Second quarter, 7-0 Mountaineers on a long TD pass for Ishpeming. Ozzy Korp finds Luke Kuliu. Nice diving catch for the first down. Then the fun starts a couple plays later. Ishpeming apparently had 12 players in the huddle and called timeout. Mountaineers coach Robin Martela was furious. Hematites coach Jeff Olson says, I can do that. I've done it many times, or words to that extent. Eventually, no penalty, and they punted. Iron Mountain was forced to punt later, but whoops, Jacob Mongrain's in big trouble, but he hears the coaches say, kick it, punt. He did. He's a hero. Ball got out to about the 50-yard line, and that saved about 35 yards, according to Coach Martela, and Mongrain was complimented by everybody on the bench. Ishpeming punted again. Iron Mountain Tanner Hootery pitches to Josh Tucker. Gains 19 yards and a first down. No scoring in the second quarter. Hematites get 2 touchdowns in the second half, and they post the victory by the count of 14-7. Hop in the car. Let's go to Negaunee. That's quarterback Ben Luke. He's not playing very much right now, as you can tell, against Munising. Sophomore Brock Aho has the reins, and he scores on the option play in the second quarter. And the Miners had a 40-0 lead. Munising starting quarterback Tony Hoholik was injured during the first half. His backup, Nolan Armach, completes a pass to Colton Rice for a few yards, but the Miners still had a big lead at the half. Kickoff to begin the third quarter. Jeffrey Matthews makes the catch. He gets good blocks from Brian O'Neill and I believe Braden Marshall. And Matthews has green grass in 4 of them. Unfortunately for the Miners, this block coming up right here, was not needed. That's a penalty, and the touchdown would be called back. Not to fear Negaunee fans, they scored 8 plays later. Eric Voskel slithers in from about 6 yards, and the Miners win easily, 54-0. Let's go below the bridge to Traverse City. Thurlby Field. Marquette opens with powerful Traverse City St. Francis. Whoop, there's a snap over the head of quarterback Scott Tripp, and Tyler Picardit recovers for the Gladiators. And St. Francis cashes in. Gabe Callery will make a couple of moves, and then he gets some room on the far sideline, a missed tackle, and that's touchdown. And the facial expression of Marquette coach Dave LaHillier on the left says just about all you need to know about tonight's contest. Tripp is going to make a nice run here for the Redmen, but they just could not sniff the end zone at all. Gladiators quarterback Joe Coates finds Michael Hegewald so wide open, I don't even know what to say. Except I could have scored. St. Francis cruises to the victory, 42-0. Back to the UP, Alger County, the Munising Mustangs, the West Iron County Whitecons. In the first, Whitecons driving, Phil King the handoff. He's going to get some tough yards here, but he's not going to quite make the end zone. I tell you what, though, it's a darn good run. Fear not, Whitecon fans, Jake Polich will have an easier time getting into the end zone. And it's a 6-0 lead, and Winter Olympian Nick Baumgartner on hand cheering his fans. Something about Argentina soon for him. Mustangs come out in the second half. They put together a methodical drive with Corey Cody getting the touchdown here. That made it 6-6. To the fourth quarter, another long drive by the Mustangs. Quarterback Will Seymour keeps it, and he will find the end zone. 12-6 Munising, that is your final. The Mustangs, also reaching Ford Field last year, want to start that path again as well. To the scoreboard, Calumet defeats Northland Pines 44-20. I think Cop King's going to be pretty good this year. Hurley easily over Ironwood 55-6. Oh, Nelly! Ivor Stenberg gets a touchdown late for Bark River Harris. Alex Mathias, the 2-point conversion. And the Broncos upend Forest Park 14-13. Dan Nasserini had 2 touchdowns for Forest Park. Lakeland and Hubble easily whitewashes Three Lakes, Wisconsin 53-0. 8-man football, 2 teams making their debuts, partied all night long. Baraga over Pelston 54-0. And in the Eastern UP, I think they played the game at Pickford. North Central 82. Charlton Heston 18. Nice job, Jets and Vikings. Back to 11-man football. West Appear and Kingsford. And Brandon Kowalkowski finds Ben Moreau for the big first down. First drive stalls, though, and sets up Dylan Del Santo for the field goal attempt. It's up there, it's out there, and it's good. And the Flivers are on the board 3-0. Big third down for the Phantoms, but Kyle Kasabaki's pass is nearly picked off by Wyatt Kaler, and Westapure has to punt. Flivers back at it again. Kowakowski finds Brendan McGuire on the backside of the screen, and he finds a path, and lots of green grass in front of him, and I smell a touchdown. Yes, you're going to get a touchdown, and the Flivers are up 10-0. Flivers defense was definitely on, and they go on to win this one by the count of 30-14. Back to Marquette County, the Gwinn Model Towners and the Gladstone Braves. And 2nd and 15, ball in the 35. Devin docks the Model Towners. Good running back. Going to get to the outside, and he's going to break off a 47-yard run down to the sideline. He had more than 160 yards before he left the game with an injury. This would set up 3rd and 6. Hunter Bachman takes it up the middle. That's a touchdown. And the 2-point conversion was good, and it would be 8-0, Gwinn in front. For that point on, for quite a while, the Braves just kept misfiring because they couldn't catch the football. Wide open. Ugh. And another one would be dropped in the end zone. But in the second half, Gladstone played better, and they went on to win by the count of 21-14. To Dickinson County again. Northern Elite, the Predators, those are the Norway Knights. And the Knights were not having a good night at all, trailing 35-6 at the half. Cody Carlson trying to get a few yards, and does, but the drive would stall. Then for the Predators, 4th and 1, a great fake. Hunter Caldor will find Alex Dumpke for the touchdown, and the Predators are up big, 42-6. Norway trying to get back into it. Caleb Tinke would have back-to-back first down runs for the Knights, and they would eventually get into the end zone, but it would be, as they say, too little, too late. Northern Elite, your winner by the count of 48-14. To the Copper Country, the Houghton Gremlins in black, the Lance Purple Hornets in white, and Brett Matson with the catch, getting 10 yards on the play before Casey Lentowich makes the tackle. And the Purple Hornets will find the end zone as Brandon Koski will connect with Michael Anderson. Trust me, he does connect with Michael Anderson from about 30 yards. They made the 2-point conversion. The weather was ugly, but they did finish the game, and Lance held on for the victory, 8-6. Back below the Mackinac Bridge, the Petoskey Northmen taking on Sault Ste. Marie. First play, Garrett Lunteigen runs to the right. He is getting control of the ball eventually for a first down. Then Brent Murray runs up the middle and cuts around that last defender for a touchdown. Extra point missed, 6-0 Petoskey. Ryan Jones with the kick return for Sault Ste. Marie, as you can see, breaking a couple of tackles. But Sault Ste. Marie would not be able to cash in at this point. Drew Rilson will put them up 13-0 with a couple of nice moves here. And Petoskey, your winner by the count of 42-14. A couple other scores to mention that you might not have noticed on the bottom of the screen. The Newberry Indians are 1-0 after defeating Harbor Springs 28-6. And St. Ignace also a winner tonight over Central Lake 39-12. Opener not so good for Superior Central, losing till Bel Air 50-6. And Cedarville defeated Ontonagon also in 8-man football 41-6. We do have a few games on Saturday involving Upper Peninsula teams. Westwood is taking on Shetek, Wisconsin, and if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize, but we'll figure it out by game time tomorrow. Menominee Marinette, the M&M game down in Menominee. That'll be an afternoon affair. And the Hancock Bulldogs will visit the Gogebic Miners, and I believe that game is being played in Wakefield again. The Packers are on TV6 Saturday night, coverage 7:30 Eastern Time as they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll do it for the first edition of Friday Night Fever to start the 2015 football season. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend.